and I have done a video of this battery before, but I think it's a very cool one. Now we have a better camera, and we will also do a full repair attempt on this battery. This is the third time we have received it. I'm still amazed by the design, because Protanium is great at designing good looking batteries. But as you can see from the size, you do not want this battery on your e-bike because the range is very short. It's a 24 volt 8.7 amp hour battery, 200 watt hours. 20 to 30 kilometers is what you get from this battery. For some people it might work if you want a really lightweight battery, but for most people this is just not fun. We can upgrade it to 24 volt 10.5 amp hours, and that is probably what we want to do. Let's just first show you the function. Here's an on-off switch, and here's a power button for the light. Yeah, now the LEDs turn on. I think they are white, but they have red color plastic, and here you can see the Protanium logo is also light up. That is so unnecessary, but so cool. But the coolest feature is this display, which is very hard to read from any angle because it's not lit up. You have to be very fast because it resets to the first one. First you have watt hours. I think that's how many watt hours you have left. 1500 milliamp hours left. 20%. It's about 24 volts. Initial capacity. So the capacity, it actually remembers the initial capacity, and the capacity now is almost exactly 8000 milliamp hours. 114 cycles. It's 23 degrees inside the battery, and here we go again. So it's a marvel of design, but if they made it just a little bit bigger and could fit 2 rows, this would be an excellent battery. Now it's just a piece of history that sometimes comes to us for repair. Yeah, and a little silicone, especially here. Lights, no prongs. Oh, so here we go. No water damage on the inside, and here they are actually using PF. We have received this in some other cells. I don't know if that is water damage or electrolyte, but something. Yeah, and here you can see the inside, hopefully. Here are the 4 lights that are actually white. And we like to keep the original BMS if everything is working, so he can have the on-off switch and all the other cool functions. And we will quote the customer, and hopefully he will reply today, and we will do it with you. Huh? Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Welcome to another episode of the Battery Doctor, and today we're gonna be working with one of my least favorite batteries. It's designed by Protanium, and it's super thin battery. 24 volt, 8.7 amp hours, enough for like 20 kilometers or something. And I think I did an intro for this one already, but let's... it had 8.7 as new, but now it's at 7.9. So it has less than 10% degradation, but it's so few kilometers he can actually ride, so it's worthless to him. So don't buy an e-bike battery with less than 300 watt hours. Standard today is 400, go for 500, or you will have to repair the battery very shortly or replace it. 200, that's just pathetic. I don't even think we will be repairing any more of these. They're very rare in Sweden, thankfully. And this is like the 3rd time we're getting them in. I hate the config, I really hate the config. And we need to keep the original BMS if we want all the smart functions, and that's basically why you buy this. And I'm gonna take time how long it takes to repair. I'm gonna start at 7:52. So let's go ahead disassembling this. This one is manufactured by Porta Power in Hong Kong. I'm 99% sure. And designed by Protanium, which is from 3 different countries, I think. They sold all their rights to Axel Group that has Batavus a few years ago and formed a new company named Positive Energies where they do similar crap. That looks good, but isn't really that well thought out, at least if you think e-bike batteries is something that you should actually be able to ride on, not just having a display case or something. Yeah, they really failed in making high capacity batteries, which is what people want, not expensive fancy looking ones. Yeah, since it was a while ago I repaired this, I will take a photo for reference. Here we have two split cell groups, positive and negative, so they're actually opposite. So we're going something like this, and let's see if this is the standard. I think it looks like a standard Porta Power GST, which doesn't have anything on positive and negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It actually has, no, it has 6 ones. It should have 8 if it were a full one. Like, give me some slack. Must all the wires. So the green one is the one next to the positive, and the black one is next to the black. So that should be easy to remember. And you can probably do this without holders, but we're gonna try and do them with the holders. So we will do with disassembly. We actually gave him a good price on these because it was such a long time ago. So I'm gonna decide if it's worth to accept again or if this one goes on the blacklist. Definitely goes on the blacklist during high season, peak season, because we will not accept stuff like that gives us headaches. That's not good business. So here's also a nickel strip, and here's also a nickel strip. So I think we should be able to just flip it. See that no connections are out. Nope, it had a little silicone to that one. And here are 3 wires. Yeah, the negative one and for discharging. Let's have a look at config and maybe take another image. And the negative one is over here. Yeah, we don't need all of them. And the positive one is over here. 3, 3 split cell group. 3, 3 and a split cell group and 6. Yeah. Let's just put the nickel in this 8mm beam. From camera, yeah. Ow, yeah. I usually don't do this anymore. I have staff for that. Ow, yeah. This one is missing a bit of the tip, which is why I'm sliding. Let's get a slightly better one. Yeah, much better. And we poked a hole in here, so maybe electrolyte will leak, but that's so common with Panasonic cells. They have really weak bottom. And we just want... oh, I should wear gloves because of the ugly silicone. My employees show up in 45 minutes, so I have that time left. Because then they will start talking and interrupt. I don't need to remove every part of the nickel just so I can access the cells. From the top part you can think that's enough. I'm gonna dump them off screen in a box. The bike season was just starting last week in Sweden. It was such a good weather, 10 degrees plus, and everyone was coming in. Yesterday it started snowing again. So I think we will have a soft week now. Customer actually that was supposed to come in yesterday. I asked, can I please come in another day? It was snowing sideways and I couldn't. Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to come in if it's snowing outside. I like when it snows. Then I get all the roads to myself and the taxis and the meemles. Men in Lycra. They are so freaking fast. I don't understand how they can go like 50 kilometers an hour. The weird thing about them is that they're crazy. They ran. I was competing with a guy and he ran every red light. He didn't even look if there were cars. Yeah. They're fast, but I look if there are cars. That's just silly. Not just a quick peek, but that was a road when cars are traveling over 100 kilometers an hour, so. Yeah, I won't do like Rossman and ride around New York City and talk about restaurants and house pricing. My channel won't turn into that. At least not for 10 years or something, when I get bored of doing battery repair. Because I still learn stuff, and I think Louis Rossman is not learning anything anymore. He knows everything there is about Apple products. There's no challenge left, so nothing left to teach. Maybe he should start with e-bike batteries. He actually has an e-bike with like a 1000 watt motor. I think it was a Bafang mid-drive. And he has a battery that burned up. Yeah, he should really get into batteries. So now I'm gonna get some cells. So let's see, are these identical? No, they are with pins and holes. Are they identical to the other side? This one, why? I don't understand. Why have they cut off these ones? I don't know. Let's just have the pointy ones down below. And we're gonna start with the negative one. Positive and negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Yeah, I think 7mm will work. It's the Porta power holders, but one row. Yeah, I will go cut some nickel, cut some random parts. Let's get magnets. Yeah, I like to push them down a little when it comes to the Porta power, so they have nice grooves. And this one will be a split cell group. I did some force. And this one I want did they have the nickel on the top? Yes, they had a nickel on the top. So we will do just like that. This one were put together. Yeah. We're gonna do, oh, sorry, I did a mistake over here. So, fixed. And another longy. Longy is what I call the long pieces. And shorty is what I call the short pieces. Now I'm gonna spot weld. Be right back. So now the nickel is done. I added extra connection between all the cell blocks. I added extra thick nickel to the discharging, I did to the minus side, and I actually did soldering tabs. And I made this one for the connection that goes over here. I just bent it and I will force the wire into this position because we don't have much margin. And from what I recall, this one is supposed to be slightly extended because of this screw hole. Yeah. So we're gonna have to do that. First we take a longy and connect these two. And here it's gonna be folded, so we take another longy and connect it like this. It's not optimal, but I don't have to go and cut any more nickel. This is gonna be a split cell group as well. Take a 5. No. That was so silly of me. I almost did a mistake. Yeah. Because you make mistakes when they have stupid configs like this. I'll take a 5 and a 6. This is the positive one. And we're gonna have an extra twofer. Be right back. So now I'm done with all nickel. And it went pretty well. I have 3 of these for the GST, those for the split cell groups, and a positive connection with extra thick nickel. Now I'm gonna put it back in the case. Yeah. The adhesive is not very good anymore, so we will, yeah, right, the tape is out. And this one is too big for my tape dispenser, so I will cut it manually. It wasn't too big, but the adhesive was stronger on this one, so it couldn't tear it apart. 2 pieces just so it sticks. Yeah, and here were the yucky ones. They will get just 1 piece. And we don't need anything there. And we do want all the margin we can get to fit this in the case. Are we recording everything? Yes, we are. And we will have the last one there, and we will see if we need any of the other ones. It will get just 1 too. So we will flip it down. This is the positive. No one is next to each other. We can add the broken one over here if we want. We can put it in this direction. Doesn't really matter, but you might want to remove that one later. All the wires are that. Yeah, this one is getting loose. Fix that before we have power. A little hot glue. Okay, much hot glue, but yeah, hopefully everything is aligned so we can just put it in. That's what she said. Yeah, this one is gonna be tricky dicky. Let's start with that one. Come on. Nice. Yeah. Okay. There might be, no, that one is smaller. Yeah, we are good to go. And I want to start with these ones so we don't forget them. This is actually quite a quick repair. I said before closing the case. Yeah, you should never say this went quick when you're not done. It went quick because it was only a few cells, but the nightmare starts when you need to connect everything and you maybe need to replace the BMS and tell the customer, sorry, your fancy gadget won't work. And why are they so short? Why are they shorter? We will get new ones then. Yeah, because this, you can listen to the battery while I'm gone. Did the battery tell you anything interesting? I doubt it would. So these are, I think they're 18 AVG, and we're replacing them with 80 AVG copper, and these are just for parallel connections, and partly parallel. You won't be pushing more than 2 or 3 amps. Heat up and nice. Straight. Yeah, we do not. Okay, of course. Whenever I do something perfect, it doesn't stick. Yeah, you don't want to use any thicker wires because then you can't close the case. Yeah, there's actually some in the grooves, so you can remove some of these grooves if the wire is in a funky place. We have this problem with the camera that it turns off after a while. We don't know why. But yesterday I recorded a segment that was 22 minutes and it didn't turn off. And it's not because it's poor battery. It might be hot battery or just that it's a little tired. It's a very old camera, maybe 10 years old. But the quality is good, especially when we add a mic to it. Noise, like Dr. Andrew says. Wait. That's not negative. That's positive. Yeah, I think I did a mistake. And I will not rebuild this fucking battery pack. That's one thing for sure. So I rather extend the wires, but no. Let's check the evidence. They could have used a black wire for positive, but yeah, it was my mistake. The negative terminal should be over here. And the positive one up there. And all the ESTs are reversed. So, and they are soldered on. Yeah. This was not as quick as I thought. Yeah, and there's tape under there. And what's the best way to do this? I'm gonna just pull new wires. I cut that one off. Hopefully it's long enough to go to the negative. Yes, it doesn't say battery minus, but we remember the battery minus was going over here. These are the kind of mistakes you make just once. So, then we're gonna have to... It would have been smart if I saved a little bit of that wire, but now we can maybe have it on the top instead, because I think we have some space left. But let's just check if we need to wait. No, that's not the EST. This is the EST we're looking for. Yeah, the negative should go over here. I'm gonna extend 3 wires, probably. Oh, there's some tape down here. Yeah, let's get them all straightened out. We have this one, which is just too long. We're gonna have to shorten that. Oh, that was a little sloppy. Let's do more solder. Now comes the tricky part. 0, 1, 2, and then the 2 continues over here. This one is definitely 3. Number 3 and 4 ready. After brown comes red. Why don't I turn the battery pack upside down? It's because of this connection. We did not do it over here, so it will be fucked up. This one we need to extend. I'll take this one. And let's use the hole. Hold it in place. You're not seeing anything, are you? Oh, maybe a little. Four. Then goes the next step. And this is also 4, so we need to go over here. 5 and 6. Yeah, real short ones. 6 we can actually keep, so we need to extend 4. And we actually have another greenie. No. The green one is supposed to go there, not the yellow one. So we need to extend both. Oh, there we have. Yep, from weight. We can steal from. We just need a little bit. Yes, we're standing yellow. Need to cut off the solder or it will get stuck there. Reuse that hole, it was helpful, but not this time. Oh, I should put down the mic. Yeah, that's a little sharp. Yeah, you should always pre-solder to make sure you get a good connection. And we have that one. Yeah, we have slack and one wire left, and Dr. Andy is popping in exactly 70 seconds. He's on the dot every day. Or maybe 2 minutes, it's hard to tell exactly. But if you hear someone coming through a door, it will be Dr. Andy. Oops. Yeah, really hot, but really fast. Pre-solder. Preheat. And add. So we just have one connection left, and it's the positive one, which over here I think. Yeah, and it's this one. Gonna cut that off. I did not bring any large heat-shrink tubing. Will it fit? Maybe. And don't have the wires over the PCB. You will maybe drop solder and then it's a goner. Did I hear a door opening? Yeah, exactly on the spot. I think he might be a wizard. And no, we can't add the heat-shrink tubing if we have the wires like this. But this makes for a weaker connection. Yeah, you see, so oh, there are some strands not coated. Yeah, I really don't like porta power wires. Low quality. Ugly strands. So let's see if we can get all the ugly strands covered. Not drop anything on the PCB. Now we have a good solid connection on both sides. And yeah, that one's not working. This one is just such a much better isolator. Goes like 8 rounds around. It will be a little thick, but yeah, we can work with it. Yes, then we're actually done soldering, and I believe we are correct. But always double check. ADD. No, I don't have a short word for that. We only need to check. No, let's just start checking. 3.4, 3.4, 3.4, 3.4. 3.4, and the negative one, come on, is right polarity. yeah, so we can connect everything again and we're done. No beeps. It turns on. 186 watt hours. No. But it needs a cycle or two to reset that. 97%. Yeah, 24 volts. You need to connect the charger to reset this. And we will do a capacity test on this to verify that everything works. And I will also glue everything together because I'm 100% sure. I don't want this jumping around. Yeah, it will stick out a little bit, but there's not really much we can do. This one goes over here, I think, so we have a little extra space. Nope. The camera turned off for no apparent reasons. I don't know what you missed, but we closed it up successfully. Now we're just gonna screw it back together. Hey. Very long screw holes. Let's just check that no wires is sticking out. No. That would be a bummer. No, that one's actually wrong size. But I will not go get anyone else. Do we have... Here we actually have one that is more fitting. That one is 1.8, it's too small. You should have 2.0 till 2.3. Why is that one mocking me? Is there a wire? No? There is no wire. I think it went in not straight or something. That's better. Yes, that we closed it together, nothing is sticking out. It will work like new, but with 10 ampere hours. That's how we repair this. It might be the last time. It depends on how much the customer is willing to pay for us to work with such a basically a nightmare. Yay! So now the battery is fully charged, and let's see if it has done something with the display, or if it's still displaying the old initial 7.9, 100%, 29 volts, 8.7. That's initial. Yeah, I think we need to cycle it at least once. So I'll be back. So let's just finish up this repair. Now it should be fully charged. Yeah, 28.9, that's fine. The light's working. And let's see how this indicator works. I don't understand why. Now it's lit up, but it's very difficult to see from any angle. I think you can actually see this, and we are recording. So let's start at 2073 watt hours. That can actually be correct now, and I don't have my calculator. No, here you have surplus capacity. Capacity left is 9400 milliamp hour, 100%, 28.8 volts. Initial capacity when it was new, cycles 115, 30 degrees inside, so I think it's balancing. Nice, so we repaired it, and this also works, and maybe it will be even higher once it has done a couple of cycles, balancing all the cells, top balancing it. So interesting.